Hi everybody, 14th of September and another day, my daily diaries of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Won't be another quick one actually, because again I've just this minute got in and it's 5 to 9. It's 5 to 9, so it's been a long day again. It's been a mixture today, up and down. It started off this morning. I'd woke up a couple of times during the night, just sort of wondering, and I glanced at the clock. But at one point, at 9 minutes past 6, I looked at the clock at 9 minutes past 6, and I sat up. And at 10 minutes past 6, my phone rang. Hospital. So you can imagine, I actually shouted out, "No! Hello? Is that Mr. Walker?" Yeah, it is. I'm the nurse on the ward. It's about your wife, Angela. I'm just letting you know that she's unresponsive. Blah blah blah. She's not. She said, "I've not seen your wife all week. It's the first time I've dealt with her, but she's very very sleepy. Her eyes." And I said, "Right." I said, "I'm on my way." So I was actually there about 10 to 7 on the ward, 10 to 7. But it seems it was just Angie the way she's been, eyes closed, not responding to anything. Not opening her mouth really, not drinking much. They couldn't get her tablets in her mouth. So a bit disappointing that really. I mean, obviously I was glad that's all it was when I got there. Disappointed that I had to explain. That's how she's been all week. Even though the board behind her back of her bed says non-verbal. And it weren't after she'd gone, the nurse. She's very nice, the nurse, don't get me wrong. I don't think she's at fault. It's probably the system or I don't know, but anyway, she went within no time. She'd finished the shift because she actually said I didn't want to ring her at sort of 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning. I thought, well, it's a bloody God if he didn't and dragged me out of this, just for this. So obviously I was very relieved at that. She went and she made me a brew and everything. I sat down and, "Angie, it's only me." And, Angie, open your eyes. So I actually opened her eyes for her like that. "It's only me, I've come early today. Morning." And she opened her mouth, "Morning," like that. Didn't speak it again, but, mouthed it. Sorry, that's one of my bulbs flashing. So yeah, I sat down relieved at that. Chatted with her for a while, told her to get back to sleep, and then he come round with her breakfast. About 8:15, something like that. But she had 3 spoonfuls of porridge, that was it, and teaspoons, that's all. I tried giving her some of her juice. No chance. But I thought it's a bit thick and stodgy, even though it's that mixture stuff that's level 4 diet or whatever it's called. I thought it's not appealing. It's sort of sticking in your mouth, and I wouldn't like that. So I've asked if she could have something like an orange juice or something tomorrow instead. So then she went back to sleep, and sleep for a good few hours, and then just suddenly opened her eyes like that. So squeezing my hand, it's right. Do you want this? 1 squeeze for 2, for yeah, 2 for none. So she was quite responsive in that respect. Her eyes following me and looking at me while I was giving her the nagging about, you need more fluid and food. I keep repeating to her, fluid, food and sleep. Fluid, food and sleep. Fluid, food and sleep. Because they came and they took her blood pressure again, that was bang on. Her blood sugars, nothing wrong with them. All tests they keep doing, nothing wrong with her. They have put her on I don't know, is it a catheter or something? Because they said a wee was smelling strong. So they were going to take it and have a test, a urine test, which obviously saves me a job because that's what I was advised to do anyway. But they're doing it because they said a wee was smelling strong. But again, if she's not drinking much, not getting much fluid, then maybe, that, because I know mine does if I'm a bit dehydrated. So anyway, we'll see. So I'll probably come back. I asked one at nurses when we're back, so I should probably about 72 hours, 48 to 72 hours before I get it back. So yeah, so I say we had a good chat. I mean, I had a good chat and she had a good listen in the morning. Then I said, right, you go and go back to sleep for an hour before your dinner comes. But remember, you've got to eat more of your food, and even if you feel you don't want it, you're going to have to eat it, get your home. So when it did come, soup, it was like a tomato and basil. And as soon as I tasted it, I thought, she ain't going to like this. She doesn't like anything like basil or anything like that. So I tried it. Oh, it's nicely sounded. Yeah, I had a pretend spoonful. It nicely sounded, Anyway, she got about 4 spoonfuls in it, and she gave it face was. Well, I said, come on, I said, you got sweet bowl. Anyway, so she ended up probably with about 20% of the bowl of soup. The mashed up level 4 diet, the main meal was a fish, mashed potato, carrots and peas. But she ate probably 75% of that. Kept giving it, and a bit of a juice with the powder in it, the level 2 powder. So that was pleasing. And then custard, a full bowl of custard. So yeah, I was really pleased at that. The nurse, oh, you've ate a lot, even the nurse commented. So I see Angie, I kept going on about it. And she started nodding off again. I think granddaughter and grandson come over, and our other grandson's ex, the mother of the two of the great grandkids, Lucy she's called. So them 3 turned up, about, I don't know, 1-ish, something like that. Right, and you come and open your eyes, look who's here. So I opened her eyes for her, and that was it. Eyes open. She looked at all 3 of them like that, and I think there's a bit of a smile come on her face. I'll give her a kiss, and then and she wouldn't leave go of her hand. Her grip was really gripping. Yeah, so they all had a good chat with her, and about eating and stuff, and just general stuff. Kept going over old stuff from when they were kids, and just to get it. So because she was awake and she was listening, so just general memories type of thing. And then I just went into one side and left them to it for a while. Then they went when the tea time was coming at about 4-ish. Started making a move about 4 o'clock. Right, we're gonna have to get off now. We've got to pick kids up or whatever, So right, as we were going, and we're going, leaned in, and she actually raised her hands like that and put them on her shoulder, which was really nice to see. And she's never done that before. She's never managed to even lift her arms up. Once or twice she's tried to lift her hand slightly, and I've said, what do you want? And I've scratched her chin for her, or scratched her nose, but that's as far as she got, just sort of lifting her hand. And she actually lifted her arms like that and hugged her. Well, not properly hugged them, but you know what I mean, put her arm on their arms, on the shoulders. That was really, so they all did that, and they all went back for another one. I love you, Nan, love you, man. And she's muttering, and like, I love you back. Really, really pleased. It put a right smile on my face. Nearly brought a tear to my eye watching it. So a right smile to my face. So when they'd gone, I was telling her, oh, Angela, that was really good. You're really coming on. The kids have loved that. You've telling them you're loving them, and so I had a good chat with her like that, and I squeezed my hand if you know what I'm talking about, and she squeezed my hand, so she's hearing everything. So really, really, sort of the day went on, it was really pleasing. And tea time, I started feeding her the tea. She had, I don't know what sort of soup it was, but she had over half a bowl of soup. The meal was what was it, like a cheesy lasagna thing, which was a bit cheesy for me. So she had some of that, well, quite a bit of it, well, not, probably 20% of that, but she ate most of the carrots, the peas, and the mashed potato. So again, 75% of the main meal, and then a yoghurt for afterwards, and the whole yoghurt went. And one of the nurses said, "Do you want a sandwich, Mike? There's a sandwich here. There's a main meal, but it's not vegetarian. But there's a sandwich and a yoghurt. Do you want that?" I said, "Yeah, please." It was just a basic cheese on brown bread. So I ate that. They all, the all plates went, and they come and took all the plates and everything, wrote down what Angie had ate. I put my sandwich wrapper in the bin and opened the yoghurt. I said, "Oh, this is a nice one," whatever it was. So I had 2 spoonfuls. "Here, have a taste of this, Angie." She ate the whole lot on me. So bar 2 spoonfuls, she's had 2 yoghurts for tea. Really, really positive. Really positive. So as much as I wasn't looking forward to tomorrow, and the doctor saying, "Right, we're taking her off the drip," I'm half believing now what Lucy, well, not believing, I'm understanding now what Lucy was saying. So yeah, so I've got a right positive head on tonight, as long as I don't get another bloody phone call at morning. Yeah, so that's my day today. Nothing wrong with it today, really. So she's heading in the right direction as far as I can see. And again, I just kept reassuring her, "Right, Angie, look, all these tests they keep coming up doing, they're waking you up to do your blood pressure. None of it's needed, because it's all right. There's nothing wrong with any of your tests. It's just you're lacking in strength, and you're dehydrated. Fluid, food, and sleep. Fluid, food, and sleep." So I think it's sinking in. And she mailed back at one point when I said, "Right, come on, Angie, come on, go to sleep. I love you." And she mailed it back, "I love you." So it's all, she wasn't doing that at the start of the week. She was gone with the fairies when she could have been anywhere. So, right, yeah, come on, Angie, let's get you home. This all can be done at home. So, yeah. So fingers crossed for a good outcome in this meeting tomorrow with the doctor and Lucy, the Macmillan nurse. Right, I've not even took my coat off yet. So, yeah, a positive day. Thanks for listening, and I'll do another one tomorrow. I'll go and see what I've got my spare pizza to eat tonight. Right, so as usual, I'll do another one tomorrow, and you take care now. Bye.